The story begins with a young man named Logan, who is exercising in a park. Back in his college days, he was a professional rock climber. Everyone used to admire him, but now his life has completely changed. He has no job, and everywhere he applies, he gets rejected. His life is going terribly, and he faces problems at every step. Because he is unemployed, he spends most of his time at home. Even though he is a guy, he is responsible for cleaning the house and washing the dishes. Since he cannot find a job, his siblings constantly make fun of him, which hurts him deeply. A few days later, Logan's mother's birthday is coming up. Logan and his sister decide to celebrate it properly. Logan tells his sister about a very nice hotel called Cloud Garden and suggests that they hold the party there. His sister agrees. The next day, on their mother's birthday, the whole family arrives at Cloud Garden Hotel. Other relatives have also come to the party. Everyone keeps making comments about Logan being unemployed, which makes him uncomfortable. But Logan has actually been looking for someone for quite some time. Suddenly, a waitress appears, and Logan becomes extremely happy when he sees her. Her name is Yuvie. She was Logan's classmate in college, and just like him, she is also a rock climber. However, they haven't spoken to each other for the past 5 years. Logan has always liked Yuvie. In fact, that's the real reason he suggested having the birthday party at this hotel. He already knew that Yuvie worked there. Now, when Logan sees her, he smiles because he has been waiting to see her all this time. Yuvie is surprised to see him as well. The two of them go outside and start talking. During their conversation, Yuvie asks Logan what kind of job he is doing these days. Logan lies and tells her that he is a manager at a big company. He doesn't want to admit that he is actually unemployed. Just then, Yuvie's boss calls her. He is always flirting with her, and Yuvie is extremely uncomfortable around him. But she has no choice because the hotel belongs to her father. If she refuses to follow her boss's orders, he can fire her. The next scene shows a truck stopping in the middle of the city. A man gets out and opens a wall on the side of the truck. Suddenly, poisonous gas starts escaping from inside. The gas slowly spreads throughout the city. It is extremely toxic. Anyone who comes into contact with it immediately starts having difficulty breathing, and many people begin dying. Panic spreads across the entire city. People start running in every direction, desperately trying to escape. Suddenly, a car crashes into the hotel, causing a massive explosion. At that moment, Logan is happily celebrating his mother's birthday with his family and has no idea what is happening outside. But when the explosion occurs, everyone inside the hotel becomes terrified. Logan goes outside with his family and sees complete chaos. People are running everywhere, while the poisonous gas is slowly moving toward them. Yuvie tells everyone that they need to get to the upper floors of the hotel. Everyone quickly rushes back inside. But Logan suddenly notices his older sister, who had arrived late, sitting inside a car outside. He calls out to her, telling her to hurry. As she runs toward them, she suddenly collapses and is exposed to the poisonous gas. She passes out. Logan holds his breath and runs toward her. He picks her up and carries her back into the hotel. Her life is saved, but she is having severe difficulty breathing. Logan calls an ambulance, but he is told that all the ambulances in the city have stopped working because of the poisonous gas. Only helicopters are still operating. Logan and Yuvie then go to the top of the building and look down at the city. They are shocked to see that the poisonous gas has spread across the entire city. Worse, the gas is slowly rising upward. Logan tells everyone that they need to get to the roof immediately. But his sister is in such bad condition that she cannot walk, so Logan connects several pieces of clothing together to make a makeshift stretcher. With the help of several people, he carries his sister toward the roof. However, when they reach the upper floor, they discover that the rooftop door is locked. There is only one key, and it is kept at the reception desk downstairs. Everyone looks down toward the reception area, but all they can see is poisonous gas. Going downstairs would almost certainly mean death. They return to a lower floor, where a television is broadcasting the news. The news reports that the poisonous gas has spread throughout the city. Anyone who has already been exposed to the gas is advised to breathe slowly, because doing so may allow them to survive for around 15 minutes. The news also tells people to put on a mask immediately if they have one, as it may save their lives. The group searches every corner of the building and manages to find 3 masks. But finding masks isn't their only problem. They still need to get the key from the reception desk so they can open the rooftop door and wait for rescue. Logan has no idea what to do. He desperately searches for another way. Then he notices another building across from them. He comes up with a plan. If he can somehow reach the other building, he can climb up it and access the hotel's rooftop from the outside. The rooftop door can also be opened from the other side. Logan breaks a glass window with a stone and ties a rope around his body. His plan is to use the rope to reach the building across from them. Luckily, Logan is already an expert at this kind of thing. During college, he was one of the best rock climbers around. His parents try to stop him, but Logan refuses to give up because he knows this is the only way to save everyone. He takes a huge leap from one building toward the other. Fortunately, he manages to grab a pipe on the opposite building. He secures the rope and starts climbing upward using the building's structure. Meanwhile, his cousin, who used to mock Logan for being unemployed, watches in complete shock. He immediately starts live streaming the entire thing on his phone. Logan continues climbing, but eventually, he reaches the end of the rope. He has no choice but to remove the rope from his body and continue climbing without any safety equipment. It is extremely dangerous, but there is no other option. Logan slowly climbs higher and higher without any protection. After some time, he gets very close to the roof. There is a lion statue near him. He grabs the statue and tries to pull himself up. But Logan is completely exhausted. His arms are almost out of strength, and climbing becomes incredibly difficult. Still, he knows that everyone's lives depend on him. Gathering every bit of strength he has left, Logan finally manages to reach the roof. He opens the rooftop door from the outside. Everyone immediately rushes onto the roof. Now they have hope that the rescue team will arrive. They all turn on the flashlights on their phones and try to signal the helicopter. But the helicopter is too far away, and the phone lights are not bright enough to be seen. Then Yuvie gets an idea. She tells everyone to stand in the shape of an H, and turn on their phone flashlights. That way, the rescue team might be able to recognize that they need help. Everyone follows her instructions. But once again, the helicopter cannot see them because the phone lights are too weak. Yuvie realizes they need a stronger signal. She runs downstairs and starts turning the hotel's huge signboard on and off. This time, her plan works. The helicopter pilot notices the flashing sign from above and realizes that people are trapped on the hotel's rooftop. The helicopter immediately flies toward them. Everyone becomes excited. A rescue platform is lowered from the helicopter, and people begin climbing onto it one by one. But when it is Logan and Yuvie's turn, the platform becomes overloaded. They are told that they will have to wait for the next trip. The helicopter takes everyone else away, leaving Logan and Yuvie behind. Now the two of them are alone on the rooftop, waiting for the helicopter to return. But when they look down, they realize that the poisonous gas is continuing to rise. They cannot stay there for long. They put on the remaining masks and cover their entire bodies because the gas is so dangerous that it can even affect exposed skin. They also gather the ropes and other equipment into their bags. Then Logan and Yuvie leave the hotel and reach the road below. They run through the city, but everywhere they look, there is poisonous gas. They climb onto another building, but the gas has already reached that location too. They realize they need to reach an even taller building. They eventually find another building where the gas has not yet reached. But their filter masks have already expired because they have absorbed too much gas. They have no choice but to remove them. Fortunately, they still have one last mask left. Then they notice another building in the distance that is even taller. They throw a rope toward it. Yuvie goes first because she weighs less. She uses the rope and safely reaches the other building. Now it's Logan's turn. He slowly moves across the rope. But suddenly, the poisonous gas reaches their location as well. Luckily, Logan is wearing the last remaining mask, so he survives and manages to reach Yuvie. From the top of the building, they notice several children trapped inside another building. The children are screaming and begging for help. Logan and Yuvie use a light to create an arrow pointing toward the children's building so that the rescue team can locate them. Soon, a helicopter arrives and rescues all the children. Now it is finally Logan and Yuvie's turn to be rescued. The helicopter is about to come for them. But once again, their luck turns against them. There is a huge gas station beneath the building they are standing on. Suddenly, a massive explosion occurs. The explosion causes the poisonous gas to rise much faster. Logan and Yuvie see a huge tower in front of them. They realize they have to reach it immediately if they want to survive. They start running as fast as they can. But after reaching a certain point, they realize that there is no way forward. It seems like they are going to die. The two of them hug each other. Deep down, they have always loved each other, but neither of them ever had the courage to confess their feelings. Meanwhile, a drone is recording everything happening to them, allowing people across the city to watch their struggle. Soon, more drones arrive to help them. For the first time, Logan and Yuvie have hope again. Using the drones, they manage to attach a rope to another building and attempt to cross over. But when they reach the middle of the rope, they become stuck. They cannot move forward or backward, while the poisonous gas is rapidly rising toward them. The rope attached to the other side also starts becoming loose. They realize that they have to cut one of the ropes, but the moment one rope is cut, the second rope also slips from its position. Both Logan and Yuvie fall. The entire city watches the horrifying scene on their phones. Everyone becomes devastated because Logan and Yuvie have shown incredible courage and saved the lives of so many people. The rescue helicopter is already getting close to them. But before it can reach them, they disappear from sight. The helicopter begins to turn back. Then the rescue team notices that something is hanging from the tower. The helicopter moves closer, and they discover that it is Logan and Yuvie. They are still alive. The rescue team immediately pulls both of them to safety. Once they reach a safe location, Logan's family, friends, and people across the city become extremely happy to see him alive. What Logan and Yuvie accomplished was something an ordinary person could never have done. Meanwhile, Yuvie's boss approaches her again. Even after everything that happened, he still tries to get close to her and flirt with her. But this time, Yuvie finally stands up for herself. She gives him a hard slap and quits her job. At the same time, the government begins spraying water throughout the city after discovering that water can neutralize the poisonous gas. Logan then approaches Yuvie. He has liked her since their college days but never told her how he felt. Now he discovers that Yuvie has always liked him too. At that very moment, rain begins to fall. It symbolizes that the poisonous gas will soon disappear from the city forever. And with that, the movie comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you like my video, please subscribe.